afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlace89. Welcome to City Skylines 1. We are in the brand new blank slate of a city, Old Samville. Now, where does Old Samville come from? Well, my friends, Old Samville is named after the chief hero of my favorite novel, books, movies, Lord of the Rings. Old Samville is named after Samwise Gamgee, the faithful friend of Frodo Baggins, who Tolkien himself named as the chief hero in the story. And so that's where we are today. We have Old Samville, and we're going to be building it out. We're on this beautiful map whose name escapes me at the moment, but I like it because it's flat, lots of buildable areas. So if we go to our extended, automatic camera view, there's not a lot of features, but there are quite a few opportunities for some nice beachfront areas. We have a couple of mountains we could probably do something with, like a hillside area or a mine of some kind. Then we have a beautiful coast behind our starting tile. So that's just a quick rough overview, and also this interchange is just so good. I love it. But that said, as we build out, we obviously will need to consider how this interchange works with bi-directional traffic, because we have, you know, stuff going this way. Let's call this the north, and we'll call back towards the coast the south. That seems about right. So we have the north and the south, and the highway runs east-west this way. So at some point we'll need to consider how other areas of the city interface with the highway, but that's way down the road. But what we want to do now is we want to take a look at these gorgeous 3-lane highways, and we're going to do something about them. We're going to click down. We're going to open our road tool, and we're going to just go to the basic 2-lane road, and we're going to click out 1 unit so we can unlock our basic things that we need. And I'm actually going to work with 2-lane gravel roads for now. So here's what I want to do. I had this idea, and I like this idea, and I want to do it. Okay, so I want to have a road fronting the railroad track, and I think this will look really neat whenever we have zoning up on it. But I want it to be parallel with the track itself, and not based off of this road, because this road is not perfectly straight. Right, as you can see here, if we straighten it, if we just come straight through, it breaks our grid, and I don't want these roads to do that. So we're gonna do this. We're going to bring that. We're gonna try to fix our little example mistake that we had there. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm very excited to get started in this new series. Very excited to get started in the new series. I think it's going to be fun. I'm expecting to have a good time with it. So we're going to just go 9 by 13. Let's bring 4 up right here, and we're going to grab our simple curve tool, 9 and 9, and it's gorgeous. Everyone loves it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this road here for now. So my plan is this road that we have is eventually going to become the other one-way system, and this will eventually cross over the railroad and do something like this. So we'll have railroad going through right in the middle of the city, and I think it'll look awesome, and I can't wait to do that. But we're gonna have to wait to do that. So one of the objectives today is very much gonna be, you know, getting our first couple of milestones ready. So let's just come through here. We're gonna zone up some quick frames. Let's go about 40. Let's go 48. So here's my plan. This is gonna be great based on the grid. I know, but it's going to be grid based, and I think what we'll do, let's pause the game so we don't run out of money. It's going to be based on the grid, but I think it'll be fine for now. I want this area, as we kind of build it up, to be central, like downtown area. I want to think ahead. I want to think ahead a whole lot. So that's what we're doing. What's fun is this right here could be plenty of space for activities such as public transport. And I'm also wanting to think about how public transport interfaces into the city from the beginning. And I know we can't do much with it right now. We don't even have it unlocked. We have to reach a population of 2,600 for that. But I'm very much, I want to be mindful about how I do our public transport system. And I want to make provisions for it well before we unlock it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's continue using our dirt gravel road, and off of here we're gonna do 13. So how we can find that is, so every time you see a circle, like this circle right here, and you come down the line and you have this circle, that's 10 units. But as you can see, it's overlapping, and I don't want that. But what I do want is a 2-unit gap where the grids end. So that's 11 units, 12, 13. So this will be a 13 units off of our 4-lane arterial road, which is perfectly fine. That's exactly what I want. Now we're gonna have to consider the fact that we can't do that off of this one right here, but we have that little gap there, which is fine. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to just draw out some grids here. This needs to be fixed. There we go. Wait, this whole thing needs to be fixed. So here's what we'll do. What you can do to remedy that, just go into your snap twos and turn off guidelines and grid and all of that. Actually, we could probably just turn off road guidelines, honestly. So we'll turn off road guidelines. That'll give us our 12 units. Our grid is not broken. So that's fun. So basically, I don't want this to cut through. I want to make sure that that's not a thing. But also, we have to remember that this whole 4-lane road will get downgraded at some point. So that'll just be, that's like I said earlier, that's down the road stuff. That's down the road stuff. So we're just gonna draw out some of these, like so. So this will be the start of our residential area. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off zoning off of this one side of the road there, because I don't want zoning on the side next to our 2-lane situation we've got going on here. I don't want that, or our couplet system is what that'll be. So we have that turned off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn zoning back on, and this shouldn't break anything. If it does, we can just redraw it. Yeah, it broke it. So what we'll do, we're going to delete this road for now, and we'll just play some music with our play some fun little tunes with our zoning tool. So everything right here should be fine. So what we'll do at this point, let's just come down 12 units here, and then we can grab that. We can just do, come back on our 12 units here. And so there we have that. We can get that out of the way and get that done with. All right, so let's turn back over here. This will be the start of our industry area, both of these sides of the room right here. So here's what we'll do. I want to come 13 units, right? We're gonna have a similar situation, but the grid is gonna be slightly off kilter, so it's not gonna be perfectly aligned with the other side that we just built out, which you know is totally okay. But what this does give us provision for, at some point, there's a chance that we could maybe, possibly, probably have like a train station close by of the cargo variety or the passenger variety. You know, people like trains. Trains are cool. So we're gonna just do a slightly modified version of our 12 by 12 unit grid. I saw somewhere where somebody did the math and figured out that a 12 unit grid, a square grid like this, is the most optimal grid for City Skylines 1. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. Also, we can make some fun 17 units, stuff like that. We can have some stuff. I love the grid so much, and y'all probably know that. I'm a huge proponent of the grid. I think it's a good time. So we have that. What we need to do now is we want to get water and power. So first things first, I need to figure out how I want water to come to where people are. So I think the simplest solution right now in the moment is going to be a water tower. But first, let's put water pipes underneath the roads. Because you know what they say, that's right where they belong. Alright, so let's do this right here. And we will do this. I'm gonna time lapse this because pipes are kind of boring. I'll be right back. Alright, we've got our pipes laid out. Now what we need to do, like I said, we need to get power, we need to get water, like the water tower. Shoo, struggling there. I'm gonna get our water tower and put it right here. Now I don't have move it. I am playing with a few quality of life mods, but they shouldn't impact the actual vanilla gameplay too terribly much. They're just like aesthetic mods, quality of life mods, tree brush, and then cinematic camera, and then some stuff to hide the ground from being nasty looking with industry. So I think that you'll be able to play along if you'd like to play along. I think I like the idea of having our water treatment and power kind of next to the railroad track. I just think that it would be really nifty. All right, so let's grab these bad boys. We're gonna put you in right here. And just go underneath like so. And now what we need to do, before we unpause the game, we're just gonna place power lines. We're gonna do this. Let's just come up across like so and do that. All right, friends, moment of truth. Here we go. We're waiting for people to move in, but first we need to zone for people to move in. If we don't zone, people won't move in. So that's on me. I'll readily admit my error. That's on me. So there's that. So now what we can do, let's just put a little bit of zoning. I don't want too much industry zoning up here because I want it more on this side of our little doolally. So what we're gonna do, instead of having to run power lines down here, we're going to run zoning, and that'll kind of get us what we want, what we need from that. And as you can see, we're gonna have some beautiful commercial on this road here. Now, like I said, this eventually will become a part of our couplet system. Our couplet will split off, and we'll have like narrower streets here. But like I said, that's a little further than I wanted to go in this episode, I think. So again, early game City Skylines is just so much fun. It really is. We can do all sorts of fun stuff here. We can continue zoning, you know. I love the problem-solving aspect of early game Cities Skylines. It's just it just tickles the itch, you know. Yeah, you're looking, you're planning, you're laying your roads down, and it really is a part of the game where you could make mistakes if you're not careful. So I was kind of curious as to the money situation. So what we could actually do if we find that we don't have as much money as we want, we could delete a few roads, and that should help with that. But our negative number, our weekly income is going up, our population's increasing. So as we zone, people will move in, and that's delightful. That's what we want to see. So basically, we have everything that we need. We have these right here. I'm gonna set that as historical because I like that building. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is, as I see buildings that I like, especially on this high road here, we're gonna kind of make them historical, so that way they won't zone or upgrade and be gross. That's not what we want. We want We want the aesthetic, right? We want the vibes. Well, yeah, so we're starting out. We're looking pretty good. It's, like I said, it's just a matter of hurry up and wait. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of speed the game up just a little bit. Oh, look at this. A beautiful, beautiful storage yard here. Yeah, and I love this function in City Skylines 1. You can go and you can historicalize buildings. So for some of these smaller uses here, I think I'll do that because of the prop work behind it. Very nice. Very good. Just historicalize this. I think let's delete you and see what comes in instead. Oh wow, yeah, loads of demand for industry, which is to be expected as people move in and as people want jobs. The jobs attract the people. I think that's how that works. If it's not how it works, feel free to correct me. I just enjoy playing the game. I'm not an expert. Yeah, so we have some of these low buildings with the props out behind them, which is always fun. That's fine. I don't mind it. We could pretend that this little outbuilding is connected to this little factory here. Now, I don't want to get too crazy with historicalization of this side of the city, this aspect of our zoning over here, because eventually what we'll do when we unlock district styles or zoning styles, we will change this to zoned farming or zoned industry or zoned forestry. And another thing that I want to make sure that I do is keep provision for walkability. Right? If we can get this city to be walkable, I think that everyone will have a good time. I think people will be a little bit happier about having the option to walk more directly, because people will walk, you know, you can see this little dude right here. Look at him. Oh, and we're a little hamlet. How good. So we've unlocked our landfill site, our schools, medical clinics, but what we really want to make sure that we get down first of all is our landfill site and a school. But I think I want to go the route of the recycling center right now. Also, taxation is a thing, so let's be the government, and we're gonna raise taxes. So we can go up all the way up to 12% before they start complaining. So that's what we will do. 12% all across the board. So as I was closing out Ordnance Fin, which is our previous City Skylines 1 series, I made a point before I started this series to kind of hint at the idea that this series would be a little more aesthetically pleasing, right? A little more into the detailing aspect of things. So let's go 24 by 24. What we're gonna do, we're gonna place a school out here, but this is gonna be a kind of a sizable school. This central area is going to be our school campus. We'll have a high school in here, and then maybe some small fields, small sports fields as well. So we have that. We can't get our recycling center right now, but that's okay. What we'll do instead is we'll come down here, and I think I like the idea of maybe having this next to our railroad track as well. This person needs water, so let's give them something to drink. Like so. That should cover it. What I want to do instead of that, actually, let's have this right here be a little road, just kind of a little off-road for garbage. So that's that. What we'll do is we'll connect it in with a simple curve, like so. But what we want to come off, let's come off about right there, just to give a little bit of character to this little square we'll have back here. So we have our landfill site. So now there's that. And that might back up, but I can imagine that we'll have, you know, we'll have more options for garbage trucks to get in and out of that area as the city grows. So what we need to do is we just need to continue addressing early demand. So what we'll do, we're gonna do this like so. Make sure that we get our grid out. Make sure we have water pipes under the road, and that is a little bit broken, so we need to fix it. Beautiful. So let's go back 12 minutes here. Yeah, I think what would happen is we got confused with our road guidelines, but that's okay. So let's go ahead now, and we're going to. Do I want to do this? I think I do. Let's do that. Instead of having coming down right here, we can have a couple of main lines, so to speak. So let's zone in some residential because we need citizens to move in. Without citizens, our city can't grow. And we are all about city growingness stuff. So there's that. So we're gonna let that zone in, see where we get. And then once we hit our next milestone, which will be a worthy village, and we place down emergency services, police department, and all this kind of stuff here in a little bit. So yeah, I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm really excited to get dug in to old Samville, named after the Samwise Gamgee. You know how it is. So none of these, I need to be careful. A majority of our commercial that we're placing on this road will eventually go away, like I said, because of the couplet system. But when we clear this of zoning, we'll have the opportunity to place public transport, and I'm really excited about it. I really want to do it right. I really want to do public transport in this city the right way, because I think it'll be good. And like I said, if we plan for it at the beginning, if we make the conscious decision here at the beginning of the city for it, it'll be a lot better over time. Now we probably are okay for now without health coverage. We should be fine, but I can foresee us needing to address it at some point. Let's do this. We're gonna put you there. We're gonna delete some of these. There we go. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure that all of our everything is where you want it to be. And I know it's a grid for now. But just imagine as we upgrade this area of the city, kind of downtown area, or maybe we can have kind of like a secondary downtown, or maybe not downtown specifically, but like historic-ish downtown kind of area. But you know, we'll get there when we get there. I'm just excited to be in old Samville, and I think we've hit a milestone. We have. We've hit our worthy village milestone, which is what we wanted today. So we can unlock a square. I think I'll wait to do that. We don't really need to right now because we're kind of small. We've got districts, which is perfect because that's what I want to talk about and do things with next. We're going to need to make sure that we place down our fire department and our police department. And all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, as you can see here, we have those. These are something that I'm really going to lean into as well. Self-sufficient buildings, organic and local produce, and especially these right here. Because if we can clean up some of our industry, I think it'll be a great time. So what we're going to do, let's go and follow our 12-unit grid all the way down here like this. And then we will continue with our road frames, which is always a good idea. But what we'll do now, we're gonna grab our district tool. Let's keep, yeah, the size is fine. Let's come right here and we're going to just do a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Yeah, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean the district up just a touch, because you know, everybody loves a clean district. Just kind of whoop. And we're gonna come over here and just kind of shoop. Alright. Just a little something like that. And a little baby like this. Yeah. Alright, so now we've got that. Let's get water pipes under the roads where they belong. Courtesy of the one and only City Planner Plays. Alright. So So we have Sunset Hills here, but it's not going to be a residential district. So we're going to go to our industrial specializations in our district tab. Click that. And I think what we want to do for now, let's just turn it into a nice forestry. Zone forestry industry. So what will happen now as we zone into these areas? They will zone special industry zoning types, and it'll be amazing, and people will love it. So as we've got that, let's make a district for this area, and like what we did a while ago. Let's just grab those, and just kind of connect the dots. And again, happy district, or clean district is happy, as they say. And now, I'm just gonna kind of button up these little districts here. This is one aspect of City Skylines that I especially love, is how much impact actual districts have on. Ooh, we're gonna have to get a fire department, because as you can see, things are on fire. Those things is on fire. Let's put you. I need to make a decision. Put you there. We're gonna grab a police station and put it right here, and we'll figure this out as we go. So that whole building is on fire. Yeah, we're gonna need to get a second connection. So here's what I'll do. We'll just do that to give them connectivity right here as well. So hopefully, oh, and now people are getting sick. So as we mentioned earlier, we're gonna need to get a medical clinic. So let's just get a medical clinic kind of set out here. And I know this is kind of ruined the whole thing that I was going for, but you know what? Actually, let's put it right here. Let's put a medical clinic here, and then we could probably move our fire department and get this will be our services area right over here for sure. Not enough money. That's fine. We got $1,000, but we have $1,700 coming in every week, which is fine by me. Let's address the lack of H2O. So there's that. So yeah, these are these forestry buildings that are some of them with the specialized zoning. So good. It's very, I like it a lot. So what I want to do is I don't necessarily want all of the zoning to be just on the main street for commercial. But I like the idea of having like shops in and around the residential. So like maybe a little corner store here, 3x3. You can probably get some over here next to our service area. Do something like that. Oh no, the building's dead. Oopsie. So yeah, as you can see, the city's coming in quite nice. But we've got many a demand. But you know what, friends? For the start of a new series, thank you for joining me. I'm very happy with the way that things have gone. Aside the fact that a building burned down, a whole building burned to the ground. They'll be fine. So before we go, let's just kind of expand our grid frame. We're just gonna do we're just gonna come over here like this. So let's get a unit of. We're gonna just go 60 units. I think I messed that up. Let's go ahead and expand 60 units out this way. 12. Not enough money. That's fine. It gives us a direction. It gives us a direction. So, friends, I think we're going to call it here for this episode, the inaugural episode of Old Samville, our new, lightly modded City Skylines 1 series. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes. Speaking of, I want to remind you that if you feel so inclined, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more fun in Cities 1. We have fun in City Skylines 2 as well, and also going to start introducing some new games to the channel. So keep a look out for that. Be sure to subscribe to stay tuned to be in the loop, and I just appreciate it. No, thank you again. Thank you so much for all the support. for your views, your subs, your likes, your comments. They all mean a whole ton. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.